Hey there Titanfall legends, my name is Gerdude, here today to talk about the Titan, Ion, in Titanfall 2. Ion is a Titan that may be perceived as a bit more challenging to master at first, which I do think is true. Once you are able to learn the strengths and weaknesses of her, however, I really think Ion becomes an extremely deadly Titan. The first main aspect you must know when playing as her is that every ability consumes energy. To monitor the amount of energy available, just simply look in the bottom left of your screen at this meter. As I did say, every ability consumes this energy. When I say this, I mean that although your Tripwire may appear to be available, unless there's enough energy in your system, then you will not be able to use it. We'll get back to the Tripwire in just a brief moment, but let's officially start with the breakdown of Ion with her primary weapon, the Splitter Rifle. Remember how I mentioned that abilities consume energy? Well, that is not the case with the Splitter Rifle. If you are not aiming down the sights, it acts independently. When you do aim down the sights, so to speak, instead of a single shot, you now fire 3 shots at a time. In this firing mode, only a single count of ammo is taken for every time you fire, but as you are releasing 3 shots at a time, this taps into your collective energy, so certainly be wary of this. Now, as I do believe Ion is equipped with some strong abilities, I think you should really try to fire in single shot mode in order to conserve energy for both the laser shot and Vortex shield. But there is often times where you are in a situation with good cover and you peek around said cover to get some shots off. The extra damage with the simultaneous 3 shots is certainly noticeable and could get a Titan a little over halfway to death without having to reload just as long as all of your shots land. Getting your shots to land is often a bit of a task as the shots are not the most accurate in general, paired with a considerable drop off of the shots over long distances. Not that it's impossible to engage in long distance combat with a splitter rifle, it's just that you have to really learn the trajectory and how to compensate for it. The remedy to this situation is the laser shot, a shoulder mounted laser cannon that is rapidly deployed. This does not have a shot drop off, so using it over long distance is optimal. As it is already sniper-like in nature, it also causes a great deal of damage just as Northstar's railgun. It is seriously good. If you need time to line up your shot, you are given a brief moment to aim and hold onto the shot before firing. However, you cannot hold this forever, a la Ronin's arc wave. After the time has run out, the laser shot will automatically be fired, so dashing around corners with the laser shot already ready to aim may not be the best decision. A gigantic positive to the laser shot is how fast it does fire as long as you are competent at quickly lining up your aim. The less time you spend aiming equals more time you have for moving behind cover or utilizing the Vortex shield for protection. Speaking of the Vortex shield, it really should be used in your gameplay. While it does consume a large amount of energy very quickly, its effectiveness will save you frequently. If you are going around a corner, for example, I really believe you should first dash and then assess the situation before bringing up your shield due to how little time you have with it. When you do get caught in enemy fire, then it is time to bring up your shield and dash back to safety. A recommendation from me is to use the dash kit, giving you 2 dashes instead of the default 1. It saved me countless times. Another feature of the Vortex shield besides just protection of projectiles is the incoming enemy projectiles are gathered into the shield. When you release the shield, the collected shots are blasted towards the direction you are looking. Keep in mind that it is not the most accurate though, but causing major damage to Titans or killing pilots with their own bullets is a common reality. Lastly, besides the core is the Tripwire, which I've just got to be honest, I don't personally use it as much as I probably should. I'm usually more concentrated with the splitter rifle, laser shot, and Vortex shield. But the Tripwires, when placed effectively, are a very strong tool, as they have enormous hitboxes and they are triggered from a lot further than one may think. In the heat of a chase against enemy pilots or Titans, throwing down a sec can trip up your enemy, often acting similarly to an electric smoke. Also placing them near objectives, whether it be a bounty and bounty hunt, a hardpoint and apt hardpoint, or your team's flag and capture the flag, it's a smart tactic to utilize them. The death beam beam, that is the laser core, delivers concentrated damage. If you are competent at aiming, you will really succeed with this core in most times. The main counter to the laser core is absolutely corners to quickly hide behind or just pieces of cover. Besides that, if you catch your enemy in the open or corral them into a corner, you can obliterate them. Due to how powerful it is, using it as a way to save yourself from dangerous situations is reliable. For this reason, Overcore is another one of my recommended Titan kits, as is Dash, as I mentioned earlier. To finish up, we'll go through all the other Titan kits, as well as Ion-specific kits. For Assault Chip, I'm still not a big fan of it in general, but I'm not entirely against using it, as Ion seems to go alright on auto mode with a decent amount of health, but I still don't really recommend it. Stealth Auto Eject, I don't think it's good ever. Nuclear Ejection is not the best choice to pair with Ion, as distance is a friend of the Titan. You can get close up to the enemy at times, but unlike Ronin, you can't usually surprise the enemy. Then Counter Ready, as I did mention earlier, I do think the Tripwire is almost just like an electric smoke in terms of its uses, so because of that, I don't really think Counter Ready is that necessary. Now for the Ion kits, Entangled Energy makes it so your critical hits restore energy. This can be pretty useful actually, and for a while, I was really liking it, but as I've tried to focus more on using the laser shot and using single shot mode with a splitter rifle, which I do recommend to do both, Entangled Energy is not the most useful. 0-point Tripwire? I love this one. It can get aggravating to think that you're able to use your tripwire and then notice that you don't have any energy. Being able to deploy them without energy is quite the benefit, as it also does allow for more usage of the laser shot and Vortex shield. Vortex Amplifier is a pass from me, as return fire is not the most consistent and you are always able to kill a pilot with a single shot collected anyways. The 35% damage, it isn't that great. Grand Cannon, which extends the duration of the laser core, I'm lukewarm on this one, as when you are able to line it up perfectly against an enemy, the laser core is truly deadly, but then in the situation they do escape, you feel like you're just wasting time, and to extend that time, I just don't think the risk is worth it in a lot of cases. It's not awful though. Very last is Refraction Lens, which enables the splitter rifle to shoot in 5 ways versus the standard 3. I like this one quite a bit. And now, just as a leaving note to summarize how to play Ion, be sure to be cautious yet aggressive. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd love to hear about your experiences with Ion down below in the comments. By the way, on my personal channel, I'm starting to do weapon guides, and my first video is already out. It covered the Flatline. It would be greatly appreciated if you could please check it out at least. The next one will be out this weekend. My name is Jaredude, and until next time, stand by for Titanfall.